My glorious baby doll friends, I am back. Do you want to know what happened to me? You're going to watch this.
Let's do it. Drop that sucker.
You see that watermelon?
Bingo! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
That watermelon, that's actually me right now. Because I love you so much, we're going to do this. We are back. The Middle East is going to be a very hot topic all over the news. War, destruction. It's going to suck you in. I'm going to tell you something you've never heard before. We're going to use some code words. The Middle East is the tornado cash for the US military complex. When crypto is in a bear market, you can't move 100,000 Ethereum around because there's not enough activity to hide the money. But if crypto's in a bull market, you can move the ETH around. So, when they ignite a war in the Middle East, they are actually making a bull market for the industrial military complex. 100% truth. Every single time you see it, you can't unsee it now. War is the economic activity. It's actually the most destructive, cyclical economic activity for them because they build stuff, they blow it up to zero, and then they have to build it all up over again. Scum. That's just how the world works. So war is used as a tool. Let's have a look here. This is the Middle East. I've got some cute fancy tornado cash symbols all around. This is how they use it. It's a playground. They don't actually care. People in charge, they're not people. They're bug eaters. They're reptiles. They're psychopaths. They don't see us as humans. They use the media as a propaganda machine. And every few years, they just change the story. But I want you to know something. You see, the market, it knows this. You see this company here? Lockheed Martin? That's right. They actually own some of the UFO tech, by the way. You see that? Market automatically just gaps up. Bang, plus 8%. They know. They know. This thing's been rallying every time there's an explosion in the world. Lockheed goes up. They know exactly what they're doing. So, what can you do? What can I do? I just want you to understand something. What we can do is we remember everybody is a shiller. Everyone. The more you make a useless opinion on the war, the more you are shilling their bags. You understand? Every time you see someone going, I believe in the free human rights of these guys, and I don't like what the other guys did. Whenever they write that, they're wasting their time. They're making you care more. And they don't even know what they're doing. But I understand we're humans. Empathy, compassion. I completely understand. But you're being used. They know it. So what can we do? You got to remember, you start focusing and building to promote the crypto that you own. Okay? Because they're shilling their bags all day. It's on TV. Our bags are more important because our bags is real DeFi. Our bags is freedom of speech. I'm speaking to you through the internet. At one point, they wanted to ban it. Do you know Satanist Bill Gates wanted to ban the internet? They wanted to make the internet not public. They wanted it to go through a private server where they filtered out words and topics. That was actually the start of the internet. I'm going to make this up. But then the market, the free public chose, yeah, that idea kind of sucks. And we never ran with that. Imagine we did. So don't forget this. the printer will activate and the green candles will come. What I found fascinating is I've been in this game for over 10 years now, and every time the war issue comes up, everybody loses their mind and they think this is the one. This is the one. And I was always fascinated because the more research I did, you just go back to this timeline of history and you're like, oh my gosh, there's like 950 events of this exact same thing. And every single time people say, yeah, this is the one. And then it fades away. So what's going on here? You know what's going on now. It's Tornado Cash. I'm not going to use the L word. Okay, I'm going to write it here for you. You know, where they're kind of like shifting money around. But that's what they do. That's how they move money around. So let's focus on the positives. Bitcoin chart. Weekly super trend. It's still green. We're still up here. This is the Lockheed Martin chart, which you obviously want to have a look at. I mean, this thing's been going up forever. This is the most, look at this. This thing does not go down. It's actually insane. And another interesting chart is ETH BTC. Now, a lot of people are losing their minds over Ethereum versus Bitcoin. But aren't you glad you had a friend like me who you like, subscribe, press the belly button and all to, and shock that algorithm? I've been telling you, the fourth quarter of the year, for some reason, it just sucks. ETH BTC goes down in it. Don't know why. Who cares? It just seems to go down. Now, I've actually had this theory that altcoins were going to outperform Ethereum. Precisely because never in my life have I seen abuse from this many nerds before in my life during the year 2022. As Ethereum was showing strength against Bitcoin and altcoins, a lot of the Ethereum maxis were 100% sure altcoins were finished. They said Ethereum is the thing you got to own in the bull market. The ego, the pride. And I looked at all the facts and I'm like, man, it looks like they're right, but I know this is not how the story plays out. When have you ever seen that many people convicted on anything, having it play out? And you're actually starting to see, guess what they said this? Yeah, right up here. Now it's starting to fade already. Now, we all know this. Bitcoin and Ethereum, blue chips, thick liquidity. Everybody's going to come in for the altcoins. Don't forget that. So these little issues that you're seeing here, yes, they are little. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to see dead bodies on the TV. They don't care. They're psychopaths. They just want you to talk about it. Because the more you talk about it, the more they can funnel money in. They can generate their own quote-unquote bull market. And they can do whatever they need to do to shift money around and achieve more power and dominance. I also found this quite interesting. This is the 10-year bond chart. You notice this thing has collapsed off a cliff. Now, what's interesting is this is the worst bond performance in like 200 years. This is absolutely insane. They've never had 2 red years in a row for bonds. But the US 10-year has started to slowly catch a bid. Now, is it just doing it as a relief bounce? And, you know, a little war thing has come up and people are just, oh, I better take profits. We don't know. But if we have a look at the interest rates, yields, and predictions, we'll get a better, clearer picture of that. Now, this is our favorite FedWatch tool. 86% chance of a hold. You can see up here, no change. 86% chance. Now, these, they can shift very fast. And what I've noticed is, in my experience, for some reason, if we go back to the US 10-year, there'll be no data, there'll be no warning, there'll be no clues. You'll just see the bonds go up. They'll just go up, which means the yield is going down, which basically means risk off. Okay? So when that happens, then bad data comes out. That's what I've noticed. I mean, it's very weird. The bonds will start moving and then bad data comes out. And then you sit back and you go, that's so strange. The market was like forward looking. It was expecting this change of expectations and people to be a bit more fearful in their spending. And this all translates to slightly worse economic data. And surprise, surprise, you will see these odds shift even more. I wouldn't even be surprised if this war thing heats up a bit more. You might even see the Fed just do a cut. One cut. Not as like a thing to turn the whole ship around, but more like, hey, it's all right. If we need to act and you guys get spooked, don't worry. So they are known to do something like that. And now we'll finish off with this, baby dolls. You know, it's funny. My friend literally asked me, why the hell are you looking at altcoins when there are bombs going off? Why? So you don't get it. This is a natural part of the cycle. I know it sounds sickening. These psychopaths, I told you, they're bug eaters. They're reptiles. That's what they do. This is the game. How do you think they get to print more money? If they went to the Congress and said, hey, give us more money, you don't say yes to anything. So they get some bombs, they kill some people, they ignite some feuds, some fences break, and now suddenly we've got the snowball. The media starts throwing all the images on TV, everyone gets scared, and then, you know, that patriot goes out in front of the people and says, you know what? We got to buy more tanks. We got to buy more gumboots. Those fluffy slippers, they need some steel reinforcements too. Who's going to say no to that? No one. What you've done is you've said, print more money. Screw it. And then what happens is time passes. And because of the news cycle, you forget why they printed money in the first place. But the market starts to price in the next news event, the future. And for some reason, you're in disbelief. You're like, why is this market going up? Are we meant to be in a war? That's why, friends, it's very hard to time these things in the short term. You actually see the market go up when they do this war stuff. Because you probably think everyone's just going to sell everything off. No, no, no. The big whales, the people who own the markets, they know the game. They make the game. They know the future stories ahead. I think we're blessed that crypto has already been butchered. We're not even moving that much. It's like, nah, there's nobody else left. You see what I mean? That's how you know we've run out of sellers. That's why I know this is crazy. Okay, just like how I said, Bitcoin bottomed when David from Bankless started crying. Right here, that's when Bitcoin bottomed. I actually think altcoins, this must be the bottom. This is a big event. Everyone thinks black swan, black swan, black swan. Who's ever going to need a poop coin ever again in their lives? Nothing's happening. We've ended with a bang, okay? Now, obviously, don't mark my words for it. Bottoms are not a specific price. They're a region of time. But what I want to see is exactly what's happening now. We seem to have just run out of sellers. You've had 30,000 reasons to sell, and now they've just like sprinkled on a little war on it too. You're still in? Okay. I think you've earned your right for the bull market of friendship ahead. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button, and all friends. I'm going to catch you in the next one.